Come on, push.
Man, I need a coffee.
Yeah, let's do it.
Maximum frothability coming right up. Man, it's so hot. Let's get out there.
Here, have some water.
That surfer's sick. Let's get something to refuel. We're on for tomorrow.
Mind calm, engaged. Intelligence and technology. Surfing information.
Welcome to another episode of Bonsoy Brainzo. Big shout out to Bonsoy getting behind this program, which gives you the opportunity to flex your surfing muscle, to test your knowledge, all that knowledge that you've acquired over the years that you don't know what to do with. And yeah, we're going to give you the opportunity to have a crack at 20 tough questions. I'm going to throw them at the big bro Vaughn, my co-host. How are you, Vaughno?
Absolutely on fire, doggy.
Yep.
Just
You ready for this? Because
I'm ready.
The Aussie leg's been grueling for us.
It has.
And yeah, I wondered if we'd still be retaining some of the knowledge that we've packed into these heads over the
I know.
years.
Well, this goes to show just how frothing we are because, it's our first day off after the whole Aussie leg, and here we are, surf bantering, doing the trivia show, slurping back a couple of Bonsoy kombuchas. You gut health, sore head. Frothing, dude. Let's rip in.
It's going to be good. This one is just a bit of a test of your general knowledge. So see how you fare. We're going to keep count of what Vaughno gets right and what he gets wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But good luck with it. Here we go.
Let's go.
Question 1. What 4-letter word best describes a beginner, clueless, or inconsiderate surfer?
I was going to say flog, but I'm going to go with kook.
Oh, there's plenty of words you could go.
Oh, yeah, there's a few out there that aren't so family friendly, but I'll go with kook.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it?
It's such a good word.
Worst thing as a surfer you can be called.
I think just
pretty horrible.
Pretty much the worst thing you can be called.
Yeah.
Like you can throw a few swears in there if you want, but kook is just, it's the ultimate teardown because it is so friendly. It's like, oh, you kook.
You cooked that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of one of those words that's sort of been adapted into just sort of everyday use, not necessarily just for a person who's a beginner or just kind of clueless in the lineup, because a really good surfer can be a kook as well.
Damn straight. Not naming names, but you know who you are.
Go on. Throw it out there.
Nah. Who are you thinking?
You've got a couple on the tip of your tongue. Oh.
No, I don't think. Oh, look. No, I was actually just going to say anyone.
Beat that too.
Yeah, anyone who's just flexing in the lineup, I find kooky. You know, like I like sharing waves. I just don't. Yeah, there's plenty of kooks out there. Surfing ability actually has bugger all to do with it.
And sometimes, what I'm finding recently, just in crowded lineups, especially when the pass is fun, is the biggest kook out there is sometimes the best surfer. Calling people kooks, which is kind of bizarre.
Have a think about that, kook.
Yeah. All right. Who were the winners? Question 2. Who were the winners of the Trestles Pro?
That was the most recent CT. Mind hanging in there by a thin thread. It was... Oh, shit, hang on. It was Yago Dora and Betty Lou Sakura Johnson. Well played.
Nailed it, Vaughno.
Yep.
Well done, brother. Question 4. Question 3, excuse me. Whose boars did Yago and Betty Lou ride to victory at Trestles?
That would be Mayhem's.
Yes.
Give us a ding.
Or Matt Biolis.
Biolis.
But yeah, of course, Matt, a local, he would have been so proud. Actually, just got a fresh Mayhem under my feet as well.
I got an MR/Mayhem. So a little collaboration piece. And MR actually, after we posted the shots, shout out to the Surfboard Empire for looking after us. After we posted the shots, MR sent me a message and said, like, "Oh, I'm frothing you got one of those. You know, we've been working on modernising that shape for a long time because it's a modern take on the 1978 retro twin that he does. Sickest board, frothing.
Had it go on it yet?
Yeah, and I'm surfing a lot like Yargo and Betty Lou, actually. Not.
All right, question 4. Which company has the tagline, best for your stick?
Best for your stick. Is it KY Jelly? Damn it!
Yeah. Have another guess.
Okay. Is it a wax company?
Yeah.
It is. Foo Wax. Damn it!
It is Sex Wax,
Oh,
the original,
Yeah.
which is actually propping up our board here. But
Mr. Zogs.
Mr. Zog Sex Wax, just an iconic brand.
It's pretty much the go-to. You hear a lot of people on tour talking about using Foo Wax these days, but I'm pretty much a Sex Wax. Actually,
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they're still, it's base coat usually Sex Wax with a bit of foo. Just
but
spread across the top.
I'm a big cream guy. I like getting in behind Robbie Page's creme. The Goons used to play at the Creme Cafe over there in France for a while, and he got his wax company going, and it's still going strong, and I find it to be an impeccable drop.
Yeah, wax. It's funny. What was Nat Young's wax back in the day? Balance?
Oh, jeez.
Someone back. Anyway, the wax dad used to use, like, you could have killed a man.
Yeah. Well, you know what I really loved was Survival Wax with the little kangaroo on the cover on the front. It was a little.
It was Survival.
It was a little block,
Yeah.
and it was smelled like Milko's. I mean, you were tempted to chuck it in your lunchbox and have a chew at recess.
But yeah, interesting. I did read that Sex Wax, when it came out, had the tagline "Sex Wax, best for your stick." Obviously, kind of playing on.
There's a lot of innuendo in those
Innuendo,
wax companies.
but
Jeez, they're filthy.
Yeah, a few surf stores were kind of reluctant to stock it at the time, but man, it cut through. But it brings up a good conversation, Vorno, about taglines.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell me which surf brands belong to the following taglines?
Okay.
I'll give you a bonus point
Go.
for each one you get right.
Yep.
No limits, no excuses.
No fear.
Surf God.
Oh.
It takes one to know one.
Cooter lines, you absolute streaky rippers. So whenever I hear Surf God, I just think of Sam Carrier.
Oh, me too.
So good.
Yeah, just standing pensive and, on a rock, surrounded by smoke.
Yeah, just a streaky, just
a surf god.
keeping the nipples from getting too erect.
How were those things?
Love it.
Like strawberry creams on steroids. If you can't rock and roll, don't fucking come.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Quicksilver.
Surfing is my religion.
Colt. No.
They might have run that as well at one point, but it was actually Ocean and Earth.
Oh, of course. That's way back, that one.
Yeah. What about the global home of surfing?
Oh. Nah. Globe.
WSL.
Is that their tagline?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's a bit flat.
Yeah.
They could do something a bit better than that. The global home of surfing. That sounds like
Yeah.
what does that sound like? It sounds like an old folks' home, doesn't it?
Well, get in there, mate. You're pretty tight with the crew.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to have a chat to who's up the top there?
Ryan Crosby.
Yeah, Rydog. I'll have a chat.
Have a chat.
Oh, mate, what about like flare up your mutts?
Here's one last one for you. Ultra hard surf candy.
Oh, ultra hard surf candy is beach grit.
Yep. Got it.
The tabloid. You. Dick.
Question 5. Name the 6 women's world champs with 4 or more titles. I'll give you a point for every correct answer.
I've got this. So how many is it?
6.
6?
6 women's world champs with 4 or more world titles. I'll give you a point for each one.
I'll try and work my way backwards. So let's go Steph Gilmore, Carissa Moore, Lane Beachley, Wendy Botha, Lisa Anderson. Did you say 4 or that's 5? And there's 6, is there?
Yep.
Before that, 4 Lisa, Pam, Wendy.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
You got this.
This is the last one. I got to go back a bit further. It's
That head.
oh, this is gonna kill me. Lisa, Lane, Pam. I didn't say Pam.
No.
Is there another one? I don't know. Free December.
Yes. I knew you'd get it.
Well, not up
Unbelievable.
this, not to
Hey,
all due respect.
how
to
crazy is that?
female world
Elite and rare company.
amazing.
The women's world champs, that is. 47 years of crowning world champs, only 17 different champions.
Hey, do you think those days are over? Like just you,
The
personally?
domination.
Yeah. Like put it this way, and I talk about this a lot on the potty, but the women who have won multiple world titles just roll with it. Like they get on a roll in a year and they just snap it, and they no one challenges them. We haven't really seen rivalries in women's surfing like Kelly and Andy and John and Gabe and etc. But I think that could be over, that sort of like getting 4 in a row kind of stuff.
Oh, it's going to be hard. It's also been stifled by the Final 5 WSL finals format.
Yeah.
Like that killed Carissa's chances of equaling Steph on 7 world titles because 2 of the...
Hey, just what are you? You've got your ear to the ground. You know people in the know. You're a little bit of a sniff out the story kind of guy.
scoop.
Yeah, Carissa Moore coming out of retirement.
I think so.
Wow.
Oh, have you seen, if you follow her on Instagram, she's been doing crunches with her baby in her arms and on the exercise bike. Yeah, it looks like she's kind of trained the house down. But
give Kelly a call.
Whatever.
Please.
But also, to answer your question, it's going to, I think, just returning to the accumulative points format, even with that, it'll be difficult because each of the women, particularly, I think, probably 4 of those women were like generational talents, just came on and was so much better, even talent-wise, than so many other surfers in the field.
Yep.
Whereas I just don't see anyone coming through the ranks now that can kind of...
The thing is, there's too many.
Cannot own that space over
And
the rest of the surfing population. You look at Caitlin Simmers, like she's incredible, but in her generation, there's obviously Caroline Marks, there's Erin Brooks is coming up, Molly Picklum, she's got company. So it's going to be,
and there's another new wave hot on their heels too, which is going to be here sooner rather than later.
Yep.
The Tias,
Matt.
Tias and the Eden Wallers and the freaking there's so many good young surfers out there right now.
Yeah, and it's not too different on the men's side too. 48 years of crowning champs and only 22 world champions. But I think despite Medina being absent this year, I think the fact that it sounds ridiculous to say, but he and John obviously 3 world titles each. For how good they are and how dominant Medina is in particular and how consistent he is, that he hasn't won more world titles sort of suggests to me that, getting on a run as a a campaigner
Yeah.
year in, year out, and getting multiple world titles is going to prove harder and harder to achieve.
Yeah, well, let's just hope that we see Carissa, maybe Steph, has to be dangling like a big carrot.
Oh, yeah.
If Chris comes back, you kind of get the feeling Steph will just...
I think Steph can...
Like after...
She doesn't... She can tap out whenever she wants. She might just do like a Mick and just... I don't know if she would bring the same competitive kind of commitment that Carissa might if Carissa returns.
It'll be interesting, man, because Aussie leg is the start of the tour too. So that's all backyard stuff for Steph. Let's get John Gay back as well.
Oh, please.
And a couple of wild cards for the GOAT in barreling waves.
Yep. Question 6. Surf Like a Woman is a memoir by which world champ?
It is... Oh,
Hey, hold on.
it's my mate. It's your mate. She's the topless bus driver from Brunswick Heads. It's Pauline Mentor.
And what a book it is. The 93 world champ.
Just started reading it, Naughty. If you're listening to this, and Sammy, they've been on me. They sent me an advanced copy, and I've just haven't got around to it. I've just finished the first 2 chapters. Well worth reading. Surf Like a Woman. Get it right now.
Absolutely. Question 7.
Oh, sorry, just on that.
Yeah.
Jump on the GoFundMe to help chuck some coin in for Pauline's bronze statue down at Bondi. That's happening. That's all going to happen. Check it out. It's online. We'll whack it in our show notes.
There you go. Question 7. With Kelly no longer on tour, who is now the oldest bloke on the men's championship tour?
That would be the current world number 1, Jordan. What's his middle name? Jordan.
Well, you used to call him White Chocolate, something I've never subscribed to.
No, well, look, I've actually I've backpedaled on that nickname because I'm just loving him so much. But it's Jordan. Oh, mate.
Bill Tong Smith.
Bill Tong Smith, yeah.
Geordie. How old?
Is he the same age as the Stegosaurus? Bad gag. Dad gag. Sorry, listeners. No, he's, I reckon he's 33.
37.
Whoa!
Yeah. He's got a few years on the next oldest. Care to hazard a guess?
Have a crank at that one.
Yeah, go and have a crank.
I reckon the next oldest would be Alejo Munoz. Nunez, is it?
Nunez, yeah.
Sweet.
35. And then there's like a bunch of people who are
around that sort of
33.
age. Yeah.
But, yeah, unbelievable. Geordie.
Makes you think
great.
back to, do you remember when Occy came out of, he did his remarkable comeback? He was 33.
I know.
And everyone thought he was just this ancient fossil who had just somehow...
He was 33 when he won the world title.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Amazing. Question 8, true or false? If Geordie goes on to win the world title this year, will he become the oldest, most prehistoric champion in the history of surfing?
Oh. I'm going to say false. I reckon Slater was 38 or 39 when he got his last one.
That would be right. Slater, his 11th world title, 2011, 39 years of age.
39.
Geordie's got a couple of years. If he doesn't get it this year.
Yeah.
Man, it'd be awesome if he did.
Oh, I think everyone's on board the Geordie's train for sure.
Yeah.
He's just such a... He's got the Parko quality where the good surfing's winning if he's winning comps. So as much as everyone rips, there's just something that's a little bit primordial about what he does.
Love it. Question 9. What is the name of the new eyewear company with the next level team that includes Mikey Wright, Harry Bryant, Mason Ho, Holly Warren, Miller Coco Brown, among others? Ooh.
Right there, baby. Ritual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Ritual
Yet
Vision.
another surfer-led startup popping up all over the joint, mate.
really cool. And they're lucky they got Wade Carroll involved as well. Obviously, working on a big film release for later on this year. Ritualistic Tendencies. Looking forward to them touring that bad boy around the place.
Tapped into that sort of noughties,
man,
kind of like modern gothic, tribal tattoo energy, haven't they?
Yeah, old Spongy from Surf Cults. That's the shtick I was peddling.
You know who's stoked? HB.
Finally.
When we were 17, we wagged school, me and a mate, who his nickname was HB because he had a hairy back when we were like in year 7. I think we were in year 9 by about then, and we hitchhiked down to Byron.
How is HB?
I wouldn't know, but shout out to the great man.
I'll go on.
But anyway, we were in this tattoo shop. This is around that time, 2000s. Not even. Sorry, this is 90 spec. So we were... must have been 1991 or something like that. And we go into the tattoo shop and he goes, "What should I get?" And I said, "Get that one, mate. That'll never go out of style." It was just this hideous looking tribal thing.
I remember it well.
And then as they're shaving his back to put it on, we go, "Oi, H," me and Simo, another mate of mine from Mullen High, represent.
Yeah, Simo.
Up the Cougars.
Giants now.
Oh, Giants, yeah. Well, Simo goes, "Oh, you should get HB on there as well." And he got it. Anyway, everything's a cycle, Ron.
Yep.
It's come back and he's finally cool.
Yeah.
Now he's 49 years old.
But maybe he'll shave his back again and expose it.
That was the good thing. Yeah, a month later, no one even knew he had a tattoo.
On your HB. Yeah. Complete tangent that none of the listeners care about.
No, but
I was having a beer down at the golf club in Yamba, of all places. And one of the bar staff got attacked by a patron who'd had too much to drink. And I was like, "Is she all right? Is she all right?" And she was like, someone said, "Yeah, that bald bloke over there just came to her rescue and just laid into the guy."
HB's bald? Oh, it's a cruel life. Yeah. Hair all over your back, none on your head. Who came up with that? Damn you.
Not so hairy beast.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yep.
Question 10. Which Californian goof is known as the godfather of aerial surfing?
The one and only Christian Fletcher.
And if you didn't get it, shame. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Yeah, Fletcher.
And Nathan's not far behind him in terms of influence and pushing. He's still landing 8-10 foot frontside straighties.
How is that? He gets the call up to work on the stab high events as a judge, and then goes out for a little sesh and
shows the Groms how it's done.
Just the most raw, cool straight airs you've ever seen.
They brought the ollie. They brought the technique. Like before that, there were airs getting around, but they were kind of punched out sort of extended re-entries where the board would just explode out of the lip and travel through the air, and you'd kind of pull it back down. Potts was like
Potts
way ahead of his time. Archie. Potts used to give a guy called Bud Lamas a big shout. There was a few around, but Fletcher brought that technique where you kind of get that little pop off the coping or off the lip, and you could fully get the board to actually come up under you and stick to your feet. He was on the cover of Thrasher doing an air in the surf, like unheard of.
Sick.
And he still gets mad props in the skate world for that.
Yeah.
And then, his son Grayson recently on the cover of Thrasher again, barefoot, flinging it out of the bowl. Good stuff.
Yeah. I love watching Grayson skate because he actually has a very similar style to his dad. What his dad had in the surf, he takes to the bowl. It's awesome.
He's also got a bit of that kind of weird Dane Reynolds, like just full at it or nothing.
Love it.
Mongrel. Good stuff.
Question 11. And you know what? We're going to throw a couple in there for the Groms listening to, because we've got some feedback from some pretty avid listeners.
They can't get
little Captain Elsom. He's just like, you're dipping too far into the archives, you bloke.
Yeah.
You blokes. It's, we're not all from the Ice Age. So this one's for you, Cap.
Yeah.
Question 11. What do you call a surfboard with 4 fins? Good luck, Paul.
That would be called the quad. And
having a good day.
Good exponents of the quad would, I'm trying to think right back. Glenn Winton Mr. X, Captain, do your homework. Find an old surf mag. You'll see him in there.
Yeah.
Webbed gloves, tube suit, and quads. He was one of the exponents. Let's give Keithy Robbo from Ocean Foil Surfboards a shout out there at Scott's Head. Big foil guy, quad guy, sorry. And but then, you know, in more recent years, the quad on the back, I think of Slater and big wave surfers, you know, big waves.
Yeah.
Quads are a bit of a go-to.
Mick went to quads as well when he was at Barreling Waves. I think 2013 he was riding a quad on his road to stitching up that third world title.
Yep.
And then in Tahiti as well. Kind of big go-to at those barreling locations.
And
for
then
a while.
more recently, Philippe won Trestles, the world title on a quad.
Exactly.
And is there another question related to the quad coming up, or are we just going to throw it out there that there's a surfer? No, let's go on. Move on. Go.
All right. Question 12. Who won the open divisions of the recent Stab High events in Japan?
Just going to slurp on a bit of kombucha while I think about this one. Blueberry and strawberry goes down a tree.
Way to sell it.
Actually, delicious.
Maybe I should try that.
There you go. Oh,
better version.
went down the wrong pipe.
No, it's good stuff.
Oh, yum. I can feel my microbiome just dancing for joy down there.
That's why you're coughing and spluttering.
Yeah. That would be Huey Vaughan and Sierra Kerr, a couple of next level, high flying squirrels,
Nailed
destined
it.
for great things.
Unbelievable. Question 13. On which Indonesian island is Desert Point?
Thank you.
Have a think about it more.
Desert Point, the wave that apparently Peter Crawford, the late great Peter Crawford, surfed years and years and years ago. Well, one of the first to sort of be shown the gateway to that wave by a few other Indo warriors. Caught one wave, came in, reckons he got barreled the whole length of the reef, came in, put his board on the sand and went, that's it, I quit surfing. I'll never get a wave as good as that. Then he watched about 4 more waves go through and picked it up, paddled straight back out.
Oh, yeah.
Good yarn. But that would be Lombok. Not so much a secret anymore, but
No.
yeah, it's just, it's a freak of nature, that thing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
A portal to another dimension, some say, Vorno. Question 14. 2 Aussie surfers have won Olympic medals. Who are they and what medals did they win?
Olympic medals.
Olympic.
2 Aussie
medals.
surfers have won Olympic medals.
That's right.
There's been 4 Aussie surfers represented at both Olympics. The year of Kunjis. That would be Jack Robbo, silver medal in Chopes. And Owen Wright, bronze medal in Tokyo.
Wow. Well done.
Thank you.
Question 15, multiple choice. Koa Smith scored a 27-second tube ride at Skeleton Bay with what in his mouth? Was it A, a bone, B, a GoPro, C, a juice stick, or D, a can of Red Bull?
Did you get that one, Captain? Did you get that one, Mickey? It's a GoPro. I mean, he's a great proponent of GoPro clips, filming, surfing, etc. He's always taken his OnlyFans or YouTubers or whatever account it is straight into the mall with him.
Yeah. I mean, if GoPro wanted to get behind the program,
We'd happily film this episode with
we wouldn't
GoPros
be
in our
averse
mouth.
to it. But
It would sound
there is nothing uglier than watching someone hammer down the line in the tube with
This
the GoPro
is what the
hanging out of their
episode would sound like if we filmed the Bonsoy Brainzo with GoPros in our mouths. But at least the footage would be mint.
Oh yeah, it'd be incredible. But yeah, it's always like I don't know, but it's sort of like when for me, it's like going to a concert and watching a band that you love and pulling your camera out and filming them while you're there.
Have you ever
You're missing it?
Have you ever gone back and watched those videos?
Oh,
Well, that's the funny thing.
because with that GoPro, I like shooting the kids.
Yeah.
Like
No, I don't mean the
obviously when they
GoPro
say-
ones. I mean the concert footage.
Oh,
Like, you
the
get your camera out, you're
Oh,
filming
yeah.
it. You never go back. You're going, why is my camera storage
Yeah.
full? Guess I'll buy some more. And the great stitch up continues.
All right, moving on. Question 16. True or false? Recently departed Beach Boys frontman Brian Wilson once surfed in the trials of the Pipe Masters.
I don't think only one member of the Beach Boys surfed. Pretty sure it's Dennis Wilson, who was good friends with Charles Manson.
So I'll answer the question.
The answer is false.
It is false.
Brian
Yeah.
Wilson didn't surf.
Yeah, you're right. Dennis, the drummer, was a really keen surfer. I think also sort of the catalyst for the band becoming the Beach Boys. He was so in love with the culture of the
Classic. And did
sport.
one of the Beach Boys drown as well? Was it Dennis? One of them drowned.
Shit, I don't know about
Pretty
that.
hectic. Yeah.
I know he used to bro down and collaborate musically with Charles Manson,
Yeah.
which he definitely tried to distance himself from in the later stages of their friendship.
Yeah. Tani's just our producer. Yeah, Tani our producer. So yeah,
Wow.
there you go.
Yeah.
So there's no end to the useless guff that I know about, Ron.
All right, Vorno, well, you got that right, but for a bonus point, can you sing the first verse of Kokomo?
Oh, I think you've stitched me up here. Because when you're on the radio and you're driving in your car, you know every word. But when you actually turn the radio off, you're like, what on earth was I just singing? Here we go. Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I want to take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go? Bermuda off the Florida Keys.
Oh, you were so close. Jamaica.
Oh, it's Jamaica.
No, but I just wanted to hear
Hey,
you
I've
sing
got
it.
one for you.
There's a place called
What is the steak
Kokomo.
line in that? It's like,
Oh.
me, that Monterana steak. Is it
yeah.
Mounting Ronnie steak?
There's a few parts in it. I always thought it was a tropical peach melting in your hand.
So did I.
It's tropical drink.
Oh, it's just tropical drink.
Yeah.
How did I get that so wrong?
Bodies in the sand, tropical peach melting in your hand.
Yeah, well, that
but
makes
it was,
sense, doesn't it?
tropical drink.
And what's the other one?
We'll be
What's
falling in love to the rhythm of the
Steel Drum Band. But what's the
down in Kokomo.
yeah? But what's the steak line? Have you got it?
I didn't cut and paste it off.
Can you have a look at for that?
the lyrics.
Can you just while we're going to the next question there, Tani, look up the
That was all the way. It's that
Hey, I've
that,
got
that part in the film clip where I was just, I don't know.
I got a
Tom
bonus
Cruise
question for
and
you.
Brian Brown were slinging cocktails around the place. I was just distracted.
Well, we got the cocktail. That's where I first heard Kokomo on the cocktail soundtrack, and we bought the cocktail soundtrack in one of those old like tape stores in Legian
Yeah.
back in like 1989 or something, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy. And did you buy any other tapes on that trip?
Yeah.
What
I
else did you
did.
get?
I got the Beach Boys,
Oh yeah.
greatest hits, and definitely I think snuck a bit of Rodney Rood.
Got
As
a
well.
Rodney Rood tape home.
Here we go.
All right.
What is
I've
that
got to
like?
get to the bottom of this because I've always wondered what it is. All right, here we go. Port-au-Prince, I want to catch a glimpse. Yeah, that's one I didn't know. And then, what is this steak business?
You just Aussied up the Kokomo lyrics yourself.
I know. Hang on. Give me a tropical contact high. Oh, here it is. Martinique. That
Martinique.
Mont. Montserrat Mystique. So it doesn't mention steaks at all.
Oh, I always got hungry at that part of the song.
Yeah, so Martinique, that Montserrat.
I always thought it
Mystique.
was that
Montserrat.
mozzarella steak.
Yeah, that's what I always thought it was. Steak covered in cheese.
Oh, well.
Well. Hey, got
Great
a little.
track.
Sorry, I know we're going on about this, but I do have one last little question for you for a bonus point.
Oh, shit. All right.
Which 80s sitcom heartthrob plays the drums for the Beach Boys in the Kokomo video clip?
Oh, my God.
It's someone who I often.
Is it John Stamos?
It is John Stamos.
Bang.
Ew! He got pissed on Australian TV and tried to tune our Kerry Ann Kennelly the dog.
Oh, what a... You liver spotted hands off us, Stamos, you grub.
Leave Cack alone.
Oh, too good. Great song. Big part of... If we were going to put out a mixtape of our the soundtrack to our childhoods, Kokomo would definitely
It
be
would
on it.
Definitely
Question-
not their best song, though.
No, not even close. Question 17. Which two-time Oscar-nominated actor, often seen in the lineup around Malibu, fell so hard for surfing that he actually got the body glove wetsuit logo tattooed on his back?
I know who this is, but do you want to give us, the listeners, a clue as to which Oscar nominate? Like, what films was he Oscar nominated for?
He was definitely Oscar-nominated for Moneyball. And I don't think he was Oscar nominated for it. It probably should have been. Like a lot of comedies are overlooked often. Super bad.
Oh, yeah. But it was Wolf of Wall Street. So he's had two Oscar nominations.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
He's rolling that. Was
Mate,
incredible.
funnily enough, it's Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. Yeah, ding.
And we were in talks to have Jonah Hill play Luke Hemsworth's character in the greatest surf movie in the universe, like right up until the day we couldn't wait another second. I was in touch with his PA. We were emailing each other back and forth. She was like, he's keen. And she just said, give us another day, and give us another day. And we just couldn't quite get there. And the production had to happen. So missed him by that much.
I'm sure he was absolutely devastated
He would
after
have been.
watching the film.
Yeah, Devo. No,
Yeah.
like most people. He was
Yeah.
devastated he missed
As
it.
devastated as Jack Freestone when he watched it. All right. But yeah, the tattoo itself, we'll show it for you here on screen. He's manipulated the body glove logo, so it's the signal for love, and the copy is manipulated too. It says body love.
Good on him.
But yeah,
Go, Jonah.
that's
Pretty much Hollywood royalty now.
That's a man who's
You
fallen
met him, eh?
hard. Yeah, he's really good friends with Strider, and yeah, super. Just so psyched on surfing. Just loves it more than anything.
Love a frother, mate. That's the anti-kook right there.
Yep. Question 17, Vorno. What father-daughter duo are currently campaigning on the Challenger Series together?
That would be Josh and Sierra Kerr.
What a great story. Hope they both qualify.
Same.
It'd be unreal. Question 18. In surf slang, LEGO is an acronym for what?
Late afternoon glass off.
It's a pretty old one, pretty tired, but you still hear it around the traps. The old boys throw it out there, obviously referring to that glorious time in the afternoon where the wind dies down.
Mate, you and I grew
glass
up
off.
Yeah, we grew up on a beach that had not one protected corner for like 20 k's in each direction, north and south, and so the Lego was the only it was far out. It was like winning a lotto. You couldn't ride your pushy from the bus stop back to the house to get your board and then back up into the dunes, back to the beach quick enough. Like, it was incredible, man. I had this technique where I could, if there was a Lego going down, I could like fang with my board under my arm, just be riding as fast as I could, and I could dismount my bike, go on full speed, and it would send it into the fence, and it'd
Oh,
just do
that
like
was-
10 cartwheels into the bushes, and I'd just be on the fang down the footpath without even a bobble.
Yeah. Without missing a step.
Nah.
I remember doing that. Big ghosties, just
Yeah.
sending your bike at full speed, just
Yeah.
heading off
and
down
you
the
just
road.
be because the Lego,
Yeah.
mate, you just didn't get
The
it.
bike would still be like in the air after hitting the fence as you ran past them.
Yeah, epic.
Great fun. Love it. Love the Arvo glass off. Question 19. Which charismatic and powerful Australian surfer from DY tragically passed in March this year?
Yeah, the sweet man, Shane Herring. You know, such a bummer that, you know, the vices got hold of him, because he was a lovely, lovely guy. Never had a bad word to say about anything. Wasn't a bitter character about sort of his lot in life. Just couldn't escape the grip of, you know, what started off as good times and ended up as, you know, pretty heavy addiction. So love the guy, and sad to see him go.
Yeah, it was an outpouring of tributes and obviously dedications. Kelly sort of summed up his surfing beautifully. Also called him super kind-hearted and gentle. But he said that Shane Herring best blended old school power and pure lines with new school mentality and speed in the 90s. And all the footage that dropped off him.
What
All
about
the
some of
old
those
clips.
hacks? Like, they stand up today proper high-speed power turns that not many people could match. That centre of gravity in his stance, kind of similar to Occy. Occy's got a real similar stance, like real kind of solid on the board. I was talking to Ock recently, and I was saying, like, what do you think of when you take off on a wave? You know, like, where's your head go? He goes, man, as long as my feet are in the right spot, he goes, I can get to the end of a wave and not ever remember what happened. And I was like, wow. And Herring's got a bit of that. Like, you can just see that he's reacting to whatever the wave's doing, meeting power for power, sick stuff. And in all those shout-outs, what about the Eddie Vedder one at just some concert in the mainland America, just putting him up on the big screen and giving him a huge rap?
Yeah.
Cool.
Keep Me in Your Heart was the song that they dedicated to him. Just a ripper. Just had posters of him all over our walls when we were at Brom. And he was part of, you know, some pretty iconic campaigns too back in the day. Insight, when he eventually moved onto their boards and started working with Weber, their graphic designer at the time, just put together amazing pieces with Hero, but also part of that Hot Tuna crew. Those photo shoots where he was, you know, chain shirtless to Richie Lovett, Bo Emmerton, Richard Dogmarsh and Bob Bain.
Neil Purchase.
Tarred and feathered in the streets of King's Cross.
I know.
Fantastic. On your Hero. Last question, Vorno. It is a Who Am I?
Mm-hmm.
So just wait till the end. We'll give the listeners the opportunity to throw it out there, but see how you fare. Raised in the islands, I caught my first wave before starting kindergarten. My style, both fluid and powerful, has drawn admiration around the globe, from the right-hand walls of Jeffreys Bay and Bells Beach to reef breaks like Margs and Pipe. Off the competitive stage, I work to uplift the next generation of surfers through a foundation I started that promotes community and connection to the ocean. Years of commitment have led me to the top of the sport, including 28 championship tour wins, multiple world titles, and a gold medal in surfing's first Olympics. I am...
Barton Lynch. No, Carissa Moore. The Queen. I want to see her back. Come on, Riss. Come back to us.
Oh, for sure. Right, just iconic performances. You know, Gabriella Bryan, Carissa's good friend, who she's mentored, is currently, as we go to air, is currently sitting on top of the women's rankings, Vaughan. She's kind of filled that power void left behind from Carissa, but you still you see a big, tall right-hand wall, and you kind of still think about Carissa's variety and her flow and her style and go, I just don't even know if the new generation can match it with it
It's
yet.
funny, isn't it? Like the big takeaway for me watching Margaret River final was that Katie, for all of her genius, just had nowhere near the firepower of Gabriella Bryan. And you mix the best of Katie with the best of Gabriella, and you've got Carissa Moore, basically. So it's going to be so fascinating if she comes back. Come on back.
Yep. Well, hope you guys did better than Vaughan. If you did, you probably got a perfect day on Bonsoy Brainzo. Vaughan, you did very well.
Thanks, Doggy. General surf knowledge is a very strong place for me, and just like my putting at Mick Fanning's golf day the other day, I feel like I'm on a hot one.
Well, mate,
Ew.
all the best. Ride it into the sunset, mate, because the next Bonsoy Brainzo could really test your surfing metal.
Let's do it.
All right, folks, stay tuned. We'll be back with more in the not-too-distant future.
Mind, calm, engage. Intelligence and technology. Surfing information.
My go-to coffee order, coffee, coconut oil, and lots of Bonsoy. Thank you.
Walking. I'm walking, you're walking. We're walking. Yeah.
Thank you. Same time tomorrow.